what it is. Alright, so it's an exciting day in the shop today. I'm going to start building the 440. This is a 72 440. It's not the original engine to the car. The original engine is bye-bye before I even bought the car. It came with a 71 440 and it went bye-bye because it was no bueno. So I rounded this one up off of Facebook Marketplace from a guy up by Chicago. It's an industrial 72, and most industrial, if not all industrial engines, come out the factory 30 over, so it doesn't matter. What else? I got all the specs written down from what he told me. It was decked. What sucks is the pan rail wasn't surfaced, nor was the front surface. So there's some pitting. So I'm gonna have to use a little bit of silicone on it. So anyways, what I'm doing is I spent the last good hour or two cleaning up the crank. So went through the machine shop, they cleaned it. Went to another machine shop where it was balanced. He cleaned it several times, and I cleaned it, and it was still filthy. Now, is it because it's their fault? No. It's because it came out of that 71 440 that was just a pig. Superb. There's holes. That's for oiling. So this one here goes in the center, and there's a little tab right there. You see that? And it goes in the little notch in the block. And you want it flush on both sides. The rest of them are just normal. And I forgot to mention, you want this surface nice and dry. You don't want any oil on it. I did have oil on it when it was in storage, when I was storing it, but I had to clean that off with some brake clean, get it dry. Number one. I'm going to take a bearing. Now these don't have holes, but they still have the little notch, tang, whatever. Alright, got all the caps in. Use the green plastic gauge, not the red. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start in the center, work my way out, and I'm going to start off with 45 foot-pounds, and then go up to 85. Then take them all off, and then check them. Alright, torqued. Alright, I'm back. So I checked all the clearances. They were all around 2,000 .002. So it's a little on the loose side, but I'll be alright. Now I'm going to apply this Lucas assembly lube. So what I did was I took it all back out, took all the bearings out, cleaned up everything once again with brake clean. I noticed that using that PB blaster, it just crept up underneath the main, crept in between the bearing and the saddles, and so you don't want any lubrication or dirt in between the bearing and that saddle. Bring it closer. Okay, this is the saddle, this is the bearing. You don't want anything in between those. You want that to be a dry fit. Okay, I got these all in. All the holes are lined up. Got my thrust bearing in the middle. Got the tangs on the tang side. I don't know if you can see that. Scoot you back a little bit. I'm using the Viton seal from Mancini. Let's see. This guy here. The upper half of the seal installed, and then I cleaned the crank up again, got all the plastic gauge off, and cleaned up the. I was talking about how I set the thrust bearing and just torquing it, breaking a sweat, and I looked down and camera wasn't even rolling. Anyways, they're all torqued. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about putting the main bearing or the rear main seal on tonight.